Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
But I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for something completely different. Take it away.
Indeed. Welcome back to the podcast. And yes, before we get into something completely different, I thought I would just set this up quickly. While I'm in the process of working through some of these treatments, I thought I would revisit an old interview that was never aired. It was for an Hermosa Beach business fundraiser festival back in 2020, right when this podcast was getting started. This is probably a few months into the podcast, and it's about 7 months before everything went to hell with my health, too. So I thought it'd be interesting to play an old interview where good old friend and fellow artist and Shockbox Gallery owner Mike Collins, Dr. Mike Collins to you, interviewed me for this festival. He was doing interviews for some of the local artists and some of the Shockbox artists, and I was one of them. And I don't think this segment ever actually aired because they were running short on time and some people got cut. But I thought I would air it here. It's a fun little throwback, a little peek behind the curtain of some stuff that was going on in the studio at the time. It's a little fun. It's a little energetic. And yeah, just a nice little throwback that hopefully you will enjoy. So without further ado, please enjoy this old interview where I'm being interviewed by Mike Collins. But I'm also doing just audio, so it's a little bit lighter. I wasn't ready. Hang on. Let me fix my hair.
Sure. Kim Swank was fixing her teeth. If we give him blooper stuff, he'll use it. Like Kim was like, "Got anything on my teeth?" Yeah,
Nice. Well, I'm just hoping this whole thing is going to be a blooper.
It's kind of what we are. Maybe that's another art show we could do. Is like this whole thing is a blooper.
I like it.
Yeah. So here I am again, Mike from Shockbox. This time live and direct from where the magic happens at Preston Smith's art studio, audio lab, podcast central.
Yep.
You do everything, dude.
Extravaganza.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm doing, and now I'm working on my YouTube channel. So I basically don't sleep anymore, man.
What is that guy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Whatever happens, my toes are still tapping.
Fast. Oh, you're taking it back, man.
Yeah, you pull it up
Times.
slot machines, and one of them's bound to hit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that not that one will hit, but they all kind of feed each other. That's the thing, you grow, like I grew my Instagram. My Instagram's doing well. That's kind of feeding into the podcast. The podcast hopefully is going to feed into YouTube. And, hopefully they'll all hit at the same time. Yeah. But at the same time, it's one of those things that I like doing.
Sure.
It's fun. And the thing that's cool about the YouTube and the podcast is like, I'm ultra serious with my art, right? But this kind of gives me a chance to be a little goofy too.
When is it that you've been ultra serious? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Well, in my art.
Your art is good and playful and serious. And I'll tell you one thing, the place where I see you being super serious and best ever is is how you handle the business of being an artist. You know, you sell a piece, you ship the piece. Like I remember when you had your solo show at Shockbox, you sold a piece and you were like, I'm coming to get it.
I'm getting it now.
From
Tarzana,
like,
I'm already, I anticipated this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But the thing, I guess, going back a little bit, yes, I'm always playful and fun. Even my art nowadays is, but like you didn't know me the first 10, 12 years I was down here. My work was like super personal, dark, figurative. It was like every other painting was a self-portrait. I used to have people who just go, man, I love your art, but I don't want to hang it in my house, you know? I was going through a lot of kind of like personal existential demons at the time. And you know what? I just kind of had this like, I don't know, I was butting heads with my inner self. And I just decided that this is not me really. I'm not this ultra serious person all the time. Like I used to be, like I was class clown in high school, you know? I mean, I just decided to kind of stop taking myself so seriously and just kind of have some fun.
Right.
So that's what I've been doing.
Right. That comes, you're also really good at like showing off your entire studio and body of work during this interview. You're doing the best job of anybody in the interview. Yeah.
That was not planned, but thank you.
You guys having an earthquake in Tarzana today?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just playing with my swivel chair. Actually, it's probably not very flattering. I got this huge industrial sized roll of like this foam roll.
Yeah.
But this is like my painting studio and shipping area. I've got all my stuff wedged in here, but I love it. I'm used to working in cramped quarters.
What the viewers can't see, because I've seen your studio in person, is that it's also totally clean. Like you haven't ruined the carpet in that room. It's a fact.
That's true. That's another thing I learned. I mean, I keep upgrading, you know, as the years pass, but like I started off doing my work in a studio that I was living in, like not a New York style studio. I'm talking like 400 square feet. I got my living room, bedroom, and painting studio all day. I had to build up and break down my painting studio every time I painted.
Right.
So I got used to being clean, you know. It's carried on over to my new place. So
I'm going to have a non sequitur here.
Sure.
They, Hermosa Beach is historically a pretty localized place, and we like to take care of our own. And one of the goals when Laura and I started with Shockbox was we obviously wanted to do that, but we also wanted to reach out and bring people in, bring artists in, bring art patrons in, just get the attention of a larger art scene, which I think that we've been successful in doing, and you have been a big part of that. So as what somebody might call an outsider to Hermosa Beach and to Cypress Avenue, like what's your take on just the scene down here?
You're not local, bro. You know, locals only, man. No, it's funny how LA is kind of split up like that, because I mean, it's such a big city, but it is funny how you'd think everybody from LA would just be like LA, but no, it's all localized. You're from Silver Lake, or you're from Manhattan Beach or Hermosa Beach. Yeah. But for me personally, when I came down to Hermosa Beach, it felt like home. Like it felt part of that was you guys, right? And the gallery, you guys kind of fostered that community feel, and everybody was very accepting. But ever since I've been down there, the crowds have been great. They've been engaging. I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of the regulars, a lot of the people who come in and support Shockbox. And I almost feel like your friends are my friends now.
They are, yeah.
I don't know if that's the same for people who are not artists and don't have a connection with Shockbox, but I kind of have a feeling it is. It seems like people are pretty cool down there. Yeah,
that's Hermosa, as you say that, Hermosa does have, like most beach communities or communities, like, you kind of claim it, and you're proud to be a local of that, but it's a really inclusive place. I don't know if you know this, but Hermosa is where West Coast jazz like really took off.
That's right.
The lighthouse, and it's been a place where people always gather. And I think the citizens of Hermosa Beach, especially like the lifelong natives, or 2 or 3 generation back natives.
Yeah.
I think Hermosa has this vibe of being like the little brother to a few other communities, so it's scrappy and it's always fighting for its piece of the pie.
Well, and the punk scene too, right?
Yeah. So really, you have
that's something I have a connection with.
Yeah, you have West Coast jazz, and then you have the punk scene that has very original and deep roots with Hermosa Beach and the South Bay, and the surfboard industry as well, right?
Yeah.
It really was born on Cypress. And the community's never really like stamped it as original home of this or that or the other thing, you know?
That's true. It's funny. I keep having this scene from Point Break playing in my mind right now because I've never been a Valley person until now. Like I've lived 16, 17 years in West LA. And I just have, speaking of locals only, I just have that scene of where Keanu Reeves goes and runs over that other guy who's surfing. And he comes and he takes his knife out and cuts the cord. He's like, punches him. Go back to the Valley, man.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to be that guy, the old guy who starts surfing. So you're going to have to get me out there one of these days.
The entirety of Hermosa Beach is watching. If anybody wants to take Preston Smith surfing.
They're all just like shutting off the video right now.
Go back to the Valley.
Go back to the Valley, bro.
We're done here.
Oh, we're done.
That was the end.
That's it. You want to end on my Point Break reference, huh?
It's over now.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
by the way,
I don't have any other questions because these are all going to be about 5 minutes or so. But do you want to add anything? Where do people find you? What's up with all that?
People can find me. I'm PMS Artwork. Those are my initials. You can find me PMS Artwork anywhere on social media, YouTube. I'm working on, but you can also find my podcast at the Living Artist Podcast. You can listen to the Mike Collins episode.
Yeah.
It's growing, man.
I appreciate that you keep promoting the episode.
I felt like I kind of owed you because you were the first person to come on. And, sometimes you can get kind of lost in the shuffle, but I kept promoting this and, putting it out there. And I think you're the second most listened to podcast.
Mumford! Wait a minute. Did anybody else hear that? I don't remember signing off on using my likeness at any YouTube platform. Everybody knows that I have it explicitly written in my contract that all images and audio representations of Mumford are trademarked by Mumford Incorporated. You, sir, will be hearing from my attorney. But in the meantime, so long, suckers! Oh, and thanks for listening.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.